Gary, which side of this are you on? Market correction in terms of this team now playing the way it should based on talent level, defending World Series champions, or is this a mirage based on the fact that the competition they're playing against not very good right now?
I mean, there's still 6 games under 500. There's still 7.5 out, 6 games behind in the wild card, and they've got to leap over 8 teams. I mean, I think it's nice that they're playing decent baseball now, but they're still 46 and 52. I mean, it's a bad record. Now the question is, as a defending World Series champ, do you go all out the next year to try to make a run because if you think, hey, if we get into this tournament, we can do, anything's possible. We can make a miraculous run again like in 13. That's a tough question, but I just don't think this team is talented enough to make any sustained run. This Toronto series coming up will be very important. Obviously, the next few games, the Yankees come up next weekend. More games, the Blue Jays, who are ahead of them, and they've got to overtake those guys. I mean, Baltimore is a very shaky division leader. They play solid baseball, but they're only 3 up. They can do it, but I don't know with this current roster. They need to make an addition, but not sacrifice a lot of the future. It's a very tricky situation. It's a very slippery slope because if you give up too much of your farm hands and farm help, you're sacrificing the future for a team that might finish with 82 wins, 83 wins at best. I mean, at best.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think in some ways they're playing their best baseball at the worst time.
Yes.
If that makes sense, because it's making it hard on Cherington. I think that there was a willingness from baseball operations to commit to moving on to 2015, and I still think that's the right way to go. That doesn't mean you totally give up on 2014, but everything should start with 2015 as the guiding principle, and then if you happen to be able to, in a serendipitous way, get yourself back into the playoff push, that's totally fine. But I think holding on to guys who are not a part of the 2015 team, the Gomeses and the Peavies and the Drews, because suddenly you feel like you're going to leap over 7 teams, I don't think that's necessarily the best way to do things. I think they're going to play better baseball. I don't think this is a mirage. On the other hand, I think they've dug themselves so deep a hole.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it, as well as they've played, they're still in last place in the American League East because Tampa Bay has won 5 in a row. And so the discussion in their clubhouse and around here so often is, well, we can get hot, we can make a run. Well, you don't do this in a vacuum. There are other teams in Tampa. You don't think they're saying the same thing? We can get hot, we can make a run. There's other in Cleveland. You'd think they're not saying we can get hot, we can make a run. So you can get hot and make a run, but you're assuming that all the other teams are not going to get hot, and none of them are going to make a run, and you're going to be able to completely make up your difference. I think that's difficult to do.
Too much.